Manual VAT reminders silently drain around £12,500 per year from your accountancy firm. Employees spend about 15 to 20 hours monthly on sort of these deadlines for clients. Mistakes lead to penalties of around 5% per late payment. This can damage client relationships permanently. You can fix this, and if you do, you'll reclaim hundreds of billable hours. Ignore it and watch those profits bleed as competitors automate and steal your clients. So have you ever stopped to wonder how much time your business wastes on chasing clients? It's something that most accountancy firms deal with, but it adds up in ways you may not see. So today I'm going to talk about the hidden cost of VAT reminders. We'll look at why manual VAT reminders are costing maybe your firm around £12,500 per year. That number comes from real staff costs, lost billable hours. Stick with me, and by the end, you'll see how important it is to put automation in your business to help reduce this cost and also reduce things like late fees as well. So let's do a real cost breakdown behind the VAT process. So 5% of UK accountants spend half their working day on manual tasks like VAT reminders. The average qualified accountant's salary is £62,042, which translates roughly to about £30 an hour. Firms typically waste 15 to 20 hours per month on manual VAT. Now it's going to be even more with the Making Tax digital reminders. For practices with just 3 accountants, that's up to £16,200 in lost billable time. For larger firms, the salary drain can reach a staggering £173,300 annually. Let's run them numbers just one more time. Let's take an accountancy firm with 3 accountants, for example, spending 15 hours a month on reminders. That's a loss of 188 hours per year per person. At £30 hourly, that's £16,200 billable time thrown away every year. So even the smaller firms can lose over £12,500 annually. Automation can slash this instantly. Some people can argue that manual work builds up rapport with clients. Late fees can ruin relationships faster than any other sort of way of building up the rapport. So you want to save 30 hours monthly. The automated reminders can do this. And then you can reallocate your staff to doing things more like tax planning, advisory services, actually building the relationship with your clients that way. Now, we've talked a bit from a time point of view, the savings that you can make through saving yourself more time. VAT deadlines, if they are missed, that can be where a lot of money also slips away too. So this manual process of VAT reminders can cause, say, serious risk. For example, late VAT payments face a 2% penalty after 16 to 30 days. That jumps to a hefty 5% penalty after 30 days. HMRC adds daily penalties of 1% for significantly late payments. A £10,000 VAT bill paid 40 days late incurs a £500 penalty. Points-based threshold means repeated errors create recurring fines. And they add on a percentage of 2.5% interest a year. Now, again, what will happen is a client will blame you. A single penalty can risk losing them forever. Now, automation can eliminate this human error. 76% of firms report fewer mistakes after adopting tools. Reminders sent 30, 40, and 7 days pre-deadline keep submissions punctual. One firm tested automation, avoided £8,665 a year in penalties per employee, and saw client retention jump 22% in 6 months. So installing automation that triggers alerts with no human effort can protect not only revenue, but trust simultaneously, side by side. It's the fastest way to stop bleeding money out of your business. What does that actually look like in terms of saving money? Larger firms are reporting that it saved £173,000 a year. And like I've mentioned, smaller firms can save £12,500 annually, because what happens is staff shift from chasing deadlines to then advising on tax savings and growth strategies. People are critical because it says a setup can take weeks, even months. But firms like Smith & Associates automate reminders in 3 days, which saves them 20 hours a month. So how do you get started? Well, it's easier than you think. Are you actually asking a question that it's actually hard to set up? Well, not necessarily. The key is to start small. Pick one pain point, like the VAT deadline reminders, automate it that first. Then you can sort of get a little bit better and start adding things like auto-filling VAT numbers or setting up secure portals for client onboarding, document upload. And then you've got to sort of train your team step by step. Start with the easy bits, monitor how it goes, expand from there, and sort of choose software and automations that fit with your current systems. Don't do a complete overload and remove everything and start from afresh. You want to integrate with what's already working for you, but make sure it meets GDPR rules. And with the new Making Tax Digital legislation coming in, it makes sense to start considering that as now you're starting automating parts of the process. So you can create simple email templates that are clear, tell the client exactly what to do, run pilot tests with a small group of clients. And what I found as well, a lot of clients will adapt pretty quickly as well. A lot of clients might not even notice, they just pick up with it and start responding to the emails. And some stats are saying that there's an 87% improvement in benefits. Again, going back to the firm like Smith & Associates, they've got 200 client portfolio, saving over 20 hours a month. So let's do a quick recap on how to get started. Start small, begin with just VAT deadline reminders, choose compatible software, ensure it meets GDPR, and forward thinking for the Making Tax Digital requirements. Create clear templates, design straightforward client communications. Run a pilot, test with a small group of clients before the full implementation, train, gradually build your team, confidence step by step. So beyond the sort of cost savings straight at the gate, it's going to help you with future growth. You're not going to be bogged down by the manual tasks, so you can focus on the higher value work. You become a strategic partner to your clients, not just sort of like a manual compliance handler. So some of the benefits is you can spot cash flow issues before they blow up, have more time for meaningful chats instead of paperwork. Your team will be happier too. Without all the boring jobs, morale goes up and so does client satisfaction. The clients get more value, more proactive advice, and helps with retention. It's very competitive, the accountancy space in the UK. You want to be able to set yourself apart. So how can you make a start today? First step, just chat with your team, look at automation tools and see how you can implement them moving forward. So let's wrap things up. Remember that number, £12,500. It's not just a stat that I'm going to be banding to you. It's actually money slipping away from your business. From staff salaries, lost billable hours, penalty risks, manual processes can hurt your accountancy firm. Automation fixes the majority of this. Time savings, fewer errors, happier clients. And if your accountancy firm is between sort of 5 and 20 people, these losses could be even bigger. Remember that number I said? £173,000. A UKU report found that this is what one client was actually losing every year. I hope this has got you thinking. I'd be more than happy to chat how we can help you out getting this up and running inside your accountancy business. If you do want help, I'll put a link below in the description to make it easier for you to get in contact with me and we can go from there. Until next time, keep those books balanced and automate those reminders.